Check out Raiders number 35 defensive back Dwayne Osteen's joy in knocking Chiefs running back Joe Delaney out of the game. He's going to hit John Matuzak's shoulder pads. He's walking around proud as a peacock, bumping his fist. He's going to give high fives to Rod Martin. On the other hand, Joe Delaney was an electric running back who was a rookie in 1981 and made the Pro Bowl on the basis of 1,121 rushing yards and an outstanding 4.8 average yards per carry. He only played 23 NFL games as his life was cut short in the summer of 1983. He drowned attempting to rescue 3 drowning children in a pool. He's a member of the Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame, and his number 37 is unofficially retired. Here's a replay of this injury. And what you're going to see is Dwayne Osteen really had a dirty play here on Joel Delaney. While he fell on his ankle initially, he exacerbated the injury by using his leverage and just twisting it. Here Delaney kicks him off. The Raiders-Chiefs rivalry really heated up in the mid to late 1960s when both teams were vying for Super Bowl contention. Here's 6'8", 275-pound Ben Davidson viciously spears down Chiefs quarterback Len Dawson. And here he gives him a not-so-friendly swat to his mug. Face masks didn't protect nearly as much facial area as they do now, so I'm sure that Lenny fully felt Big Ben's wrath.
And Mark Wilson, the first-round draft choice of 1980. For the Oakland Raiders, a starting quarterback today, starting his second ball game as Jim Plunkett has gone to the sideline. It is Wilson's job until he loses it. First and goal for Oakland. Wilson, touchdown. Morris Bradshaw. Choice from Ohio State and the first Oakland touchdown.
Surprising they come out to throw the ball first down inside the 10, but he does. Bradshaw working against a good defensive back with a fine move there, catching the ball for the score.
Atari Anonymous. My son Boris has a missile command problem.
My mission in life is to save all of mankind.
Lately, my daughter has developed a similar problem with Atari warlords. Now with video pinball, my husband is acting funny lately. With Atari games so ingenious, so involving, so intense, I ask you, Atari Anonymous, is this problem contagious?
Oh, goodness, for technological advancement.
Kansas City with its 5th possession. Kenny with some time to throw. He's going for Henry Marshall. Marshall makes his move all the way down to the 30-yard line. He might be inside the 30. 44-yard pickup.
Okay, Kenny stepping back, looking downfield after a play fake. His back's picking up the blitzers, which gives him time. Henry Marshall on a crossing pattern gets a great pass. That's a super pass right in the spot. Not bad protection, not bad coverage, but again, Marshall catching it, going downfield with a saving tackle by 2 covering defensive backs.
3rd down 3. Wilson going for the bomb for Branch. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Eric Harris and Gary Barbaro were back there. Wilson on the roll. Touchdown. Well, they sent Christensen on the corner left for blocking, and Wilson, if you want to call it a naked reverse, okay, but he went out there unmolested with a 47.1 punting average, gets ready to put it in the air.
This won't help his average too much, but he can put it down there and get it out of bounds and put Kansas City in a big hole if he hits it just right.
Kansas City going for the block. They do not get it, and Guy puts it out of bounds down around the 6 or 7-yard line.
Normally, a punter wouldn't warrant player commentary, but Ray Guy was no ordinary punter. He's a Hall of Famer. And in my mind, he's the greatest punter of all time.
They lead the Chiefs 14-0. We have 2 minutes to go in the first half. For the Raiders, after a 4-yard loss, 3rd down 13. 5 defensive backs on for Kansas City. Wilson in the pocket, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by Deron Cherry.
You can see right here as Wilson's looking downfield again, used to that pass protection from the right side. He'll get the pressure Cherry right there. Wilson doesn't have all the time he had previously to hit Chandler, number 85, running away. Picks off the pass and starts upfield with it again. We're going to try a field goal from the 41-yard line, a 51-yarder if Oakland makes it.
Chris Barr has a 51-yarder already this year. He's got the distance on this one, and he's got his second 51-yarder.
Here's a halftime highlight that deserves to be shown.
Despite this strange touchdown, the field goal attempt of Mike Woods is blocked, winds up in the arms of Reese McCall. He starts to get tackled, goes back to Robert Pratt. He throws it up for grabs. Greg Landry takes it, runs it in 20 yards for the score. Merely a temporary respite because the Colts lost their 7th in a row.
Statistically, the first half looks like this. 72 yards total for Kansas City. 14 yards for the rush, 58 for the air. And, of course, Mark Wilson has gone for 158 yards through the air, 73 yards on the ground. So Oakland has dominated this first half.
Joe Delaney was having one hell of a hard day. Here his 184-pound frame gets steamrolled by 255-pound charging Matt Millen. Whew. He left the game for a second time and finished with only 5 rushing yards on 11 carries.
They fake the blitz, or do they? Here's Kenny going for it all, and J.T. Smith, incomplete. Lester Hayes had the coverage on the play at the 20. Marshall splits to the left and Taylor to the right. Or Smith, I beg your pardon. Here's Smith coming back to the left side in motion. Flag goes down as Kenny goes to the end zone, and it is picked off in the end zone by Otis McKinney. 2nd and 10. Kenny under a rush, gets popped, but he completes it this time to Henry Marshall at midfield, and he is down to the 48-yard line. And the blitzing linebacker Matt Millen really nailed Bill Kenny, who is getting up very slowly back at the 20-yard line. But he completed that pass to Marshall for 21 yards and a first down.
Now Osteen has a chance to see if he can do as well as Jackson has.
Fake pass and a handoff to Hadnot. A little trickery here. Hadnot, big running play. Here comes the blitz, picked up well by Kansas City. Kenny wanting it all. Look out, Lester Hayes. Lester Hayes picks it off in the end zone. J.T. Smith was the receiver, and Hayes picks up his second interception of the year.
Gary Green, a good defensive back. Wilson looking one way. All of a sudden, with all that time, once again, looking at his secondary receiver. But Green, with a great effort and good leaping ability, stepping right in front of Morris Bradshaw.
Fuller an inside handoff. That's Billy Jackson. Jackson busted out across the 15 to the 10. He's gone. Touchdown. A 29-yard touchdown run for Billy Jackson.
Billy Jackson was a 7th-round pick out of Alabama. He was a rookie in 1981, and he would finish the season with 10 rushing touchdowns. Solidly built at 5 foot 10 inches, he weighed 223 pounds.
It's 3rd and 19. Here comes the charge. Fuller's got an open field. He's going to outrun Matuzak. Look at him go. Out of bounds on the 10-yard line. There he is. And the carry, touchdown. Billy Jackson, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Fuller going for it all. He's got J.T. Smith, incomplete. Flag goes down. A late flag against Lester Hayes. Lester Hayes saying, who me?
Alcoa presents Fantastic Finishes. 1974. John Madden and Kenny Stabler must come up with a touchdown play to beat Miami. Oakland trails by 5 as Stabler drops back. Nothing looks very promising. Stabler's being chased. He starts to run. He flings the ball forward as he falls. And Clarence Davis makes an unbelievable grab in the end zone for a 28-26 Raider victory.
Defense, defense. That's what the Oakland Raider fans wanted. Look at this final score. The Dodgers beat the Yankees 2-1 to take a 1-game lead in the World Series. Here comes the power play. 2nd and goal. Jackson and Hadnot are the running backs. At the goal line, touchdown. Billy Jackson, following James Hadnot's block, just barely got that that ball across the plane, and Kansas City takes the lead with 1:57 seconds left to play in the game. Wilson with time, going for the downs. The pattern broke down. Kansas City 21, Oakland 17. Third down and 10 on the Kansas City 29. Mark Wilson in his second start of the year. Stumbles and goes down. He can still get up and throw the ball. He completes it. Did you see that? To Jensen. And Jensen is on the run. Inside the 20 at the 19. He may have the first down. 21-17 Kansas City. Mark Wilson tries to quiet the crowd. The Raiders have one timeout left. There's the time. For the end zone.
Faced with a situation, no timeouts, second and goal, look for the pass.
Here's the call. Flags go down, and so does the quarterback, Mark Wilson. It's a loose ball picked up by Kansas City. If the play holds, the Chiefs may get a touchdown out of it yet. And on his way is Gary Spaney, the linebacker from Kansas State. Let's see what the flag's about, though. It'll be a 90-yard touchdown by Spaney. Here's Bob Frederick.
Illegal motion on the offense, decline, touchdown.
Wow, what a comeback. Down 17-0 with less than a minute remaining in the third quarter to score 28 unanswered points to win 28-17. Quarterback Steve Fuller, relieving Bill Kenny, seemed to be the key to the comeback. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and check out my other great videos from my playlist. Thanks for watching.